All right, so you want to know more about generative AI, huh? And how it's kind of changing everything from like content creation to solving some pretty complex problems across a bunch of industries.
Yeah, that's right.
We're talking about AI that can like write a script or compose music or even design a whole building.
That's right. It's true. Generative AI is fundamentally different from the AI that we've seen before.
Right.
Instead of like analyzing data that's already out there, it's creating brand new original content.
Okay.
So think about tools like ChatGPT for text or DAE for images. You've probably already encountered it without even realizing.
Right, yeah. But how does it actually work? I get that it's powered by these things called neural networks.
Yeah.
But to be honest, that just sounds like straight out of like a sci-fi movie to me.
Well, it kind of is.
Okay.
Neural networks are modeled after the human brain.
Okay.
They're these complex structures of interconnected nodes that process information. And the magic happens when these networks are fed massive amounts of data. And that enables them to learn and identify patterns.
Okay.
So think of it like teaching a computer to see the world and understand how things are connected.
So like instead of just recognizing, say, a cat in a photo generative AI can like use that knowledge to create a completely new, like unique image of a cat.
Yeah.
One that maybe doesn't even exist.
That's exactly it.
Whoa.
And depending on the type of content being created, different types of neural networks are employed.
Okay.
So for text generation, like what you see with ChatGPT, a specific architecture called a transformer is used.
Okay.
And what's fascinating about transformers is their ability to understand the relationships between words in a sequence.
Okay.
So they learn to predict the next word in a sentence,
Right.
which is how they produce coherent and surprisingly human-like text.
So it's not just randomly throwing words together.
No.
It's actually learning grammar and style.
That's right.
Wow, that's wild. But what about like images? How does AI generate something as complex as a visual?
So for images, diffusion models are often used.
Okay.
Instead of starting with a blank canvas, they begin with random noise, almost like static on a TV screen.
Right.
The AI then progressively refines this noise based on the user's input.
Okay.
And it gradually adds and removes details until a clear image emerges that matches the description.
So it's like taking a blurry photo and slowly bringing it into focus.
Yeah, something like that.
It's pretty wild.
It is, and the key to all of this is the training process.
Okay.
These models are fed millions, even billions of examples, allowing them to learn intricate patterns and nuances that we humans might take for granted.
Right.
Take runway ML, for instance.
Right.
It's being used by filmmakers to go beyond just creating special effects.
Okay.
They're generating entire scenes, manipulating existing footage in ways that we never thought possible.
That's right. And you mentioned earlier that these tools are being used in fields outside of just creative applications too.
Absolutely.
Right.
Businesses like Stitch Fix use AI to analyze huge amounts of customer data to personalize fashion recommendations.
Yeah.
And that's way more than just suggesting a pair of jeans. It's about understanding style preferences, predicting trends, and tailoring suggestions to each individual shopper.
So it's like having a personal stylist in your pocket.
Yeah, something like that.
Wow. But I'm guessing that's just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to generative AI's potential.
Right.
What are some other areas where it's making waves?
In architecture, firms like Autodesk are leveraging generative AI to create more efficient and sustainable building designs.
Oh, wow.
Imagine inputting specific parameters and constraints, and the AI generates multiple design options,
Okay.
each optimized for different factors like energy consumption or material usage.
So it's not just about aesthetics.
No, not all.
It's about problem solving on a whole new level.
Exactly. And in healthcare, we're seeing generative AI being used to personalize treatment plans. Imagine a world where every patient receives a treatment regimen tailored to their specific genetic makeup and lifestyle.
That would be incredible.
Right.
But I can't help but think about the potential downsides as well.
Sure.
If AI can generate such realistic and persuasive content, what's to stop it from being used for things like creating deepfakes or spreading misinformation?
That's a really important question, and one that we'll dive into further as we explore the challenges and implications of generative AI.
Right.
The potential for misuse is certainly there.
Right.
And it really highlights the need for careful consideration as this technology continues to advance.
Okay, so we've seen how generative AI works its magic from its neural network foundations to its ability to create realistic text and imagery.
Uh-huh.
We've also explored some of its real-world applications and hinted at the potential challenges ahead.
Right, now that we've laid that groundwork, let's delve deeper into the wider impact generative AI is having across various industries.
Okay.
For example, let's consider how it's revolutionizing the education sector.
Right, in our next segment, we'll explore how AI is transforming the way students learn and how educators teach, paving the way for a more personalized and engaging learning experience. You mentioned that generative AI is revolutionizing education. What exactly does that look like? Are we talking robot teachers in every classroom?
Not quite robots just yet, but generative AI is changing the landscape of learning in some pretty fascinating ways.
No.
Imagine a world where every student has access to a personalized AI tutor,
Okay.
available 204/7 that adapts to their individual learning style and pace.
So instead of a one-size-fits-all approach, AI can create a truly customized learning experience.
Precisely, these AI tutors can identify a student's strengths and weaknesses, provide targeted feedback, and even suggest additional resources based on their specific needs.
So it's like having a personal coach for your brain.
Yeah, something like that.
That sounds incredible,
Right.
especially for students who might struggle in a traditional classroom setting. But what about the role of human educators? Will teachers become obsolete in this AI-powered future?
It's not about replacing teachers, but rather empowering them with powerful new tools.
Cool.
Think of AI as a co-pilot, freeing up teachers to focus on what they do best,
Okay.
fostering creativity, critical thinking, and social-emotional learning.
So AI handles the more repetitive or data-driven tasks, allowing teachers to focus on the human element of education.
Exactly. AI can grade assignments, track student progress, and even personalize lesson plans.
Okay.
This gives teachers more time to provide individual attention, mentor students, and create a more engaging and dynamic learning environment.
Okay, so AI is shaking things up in education. What about other industries? You touched upon healthcare earlier. Could you elaborate on how generative AI is being used there?
Healthcare is another area that's ripe for disruption.
Okay.
Imagine AI algorithms that can analyze medical images with incredible accuracy, detecting subtle patterns that might be missed by the human eye.
Right.
This could lead to earlier diagnoses, more effective treatments, and ultimately better patient outcomes.
So AI is essentially acting as a superpowered assistant for doctors, helping them make more informed decisions.
That's one way to think about it. AI can also be used to analyze huge amounts of patient data, identifying trends and patterns that could lead to new insights and discoveries.
Okay.
It's like having a research team working tirelessly behind the scenes, uncovering hidden connections and potential breakthroughs.
This is all incredibly exciting, but I also can't help but think about the potential downsides.
Sure.
If AI becomes so heavily integrated into our lives, what does that mean for things like privacy and security?
That's a critical point. As with any powerful technology, there are always risks and concerns.
Right.
We need to be mindful of data privacy, ensuring that sensitive information is handled responsibly and ethically.
Right.
And we need to be vigilant about potential biases in AI algorithms, making sure they don't perpetuate or exacerbate existing inequalities.
Right. It's like we're at a crossroads where we need to carefully consider how to navigate the benefits and challenges of AI to shape a future that works for everyone.
I couldn't agree more. It's a collective responsibility to ensure that AI is developed and used in a way that benefits all of humanity.
Speaking of benefiting humanity, I'm curious to hear your thoughts on the broader societal implications of generative AI.
Yeah.
What are some of the most exciting or even unexpected ways this technology could impact our lives in the future?
The possibilities are truly mind-boggling. We might see AI being used to personalize entertainment, creating movies, music, or video games tailored to our individual preferences.
So you're saying we could have AI composing personalized soundtracks for our lives or generating video games that adapt to our playstyle in real time.
Exactly. And it goes beyond entertainment. Imagine AI helping us combat climate change
Right.
by optimizing energy grids or designing more sustainable cities. Or imagine AI revolutionizing scientific discovery
Yeah.
by analyzing complex data sets and uncovering hidden patterns that could lead to breakthroughs in medicine materials, science, or even space exploration.
It's incredible to think about the potential impact on such a huge scale. But I also wonder, are there any areas where we need to be particularly cautious as this technology continues to advance?
Absolutely. One area where we need to be very careful is the potential for job displacement.
Right.
As AI becomes increasingly capable of performing tasks that were once done by humans,
Right.
it's important to think about how we can ensure that everyone benefits from this technological revolution.
Right. We don't want to create a world where only a select few have access to these powerful tools while others are left behind.
Exactly. We need to invest in education and training programs
Right.
to equip people with the skills they need to thrive in an AI-powered future.
Right.
We also need to consider policies that promote fair and equitable access to AI technology and its benefits.
It sounds like a balancing act between embracing innovation
Yeah.
and ensuring that it serves humanity as a whole.
It is, and it's a conversation that we need to have collectively as a society. Technologists, policymakers, educators, and everyday citizens all need to be part of shaping the future of AI
Right.
and ensuring that it's a future that we can all be proud of.
Well, this has been an incredible deep dive into the world of generative AI.
Yeah, it has.
You've given us a lot to think about, from the technical intricacies to the potential societal impact as we wrap up. Is there any final thought or key takeaway you'd like to leave our listener with?
Generative AI is a really powerful tool with the potential to reshape our world in profound ways, both positive and negative.
Right.
The key is to approach it with both excitement and caution,
Okay.
embracing the possibilities while being mindful of the potential challenges. Ultimately, it's up to all of us to shape the future of AI and ensure that it's a future that we can all be proud of.
That's a great point to end on. Remember, this deep dive was created just for you based on your interest in generative AI.
Yeah.
We hope this has given you a deeper understanding of how it works, its potential applications, and the important questions we need to consider as this technology continues to evolve.
If you're inspired to explore further, I encourage you to try out some of the tools we mentioned, like ChatGPT or DLAD experiment. Play around and see what you can create.
And as always, keep learning, keep exploring, and keep diving deep into the fascinating world around us.